Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Oh yeah, we're painting again, and I've got a few colours: sap green, yellow ochre, ultramarine blue, burnt umber, alizarin crimson, and titanium white. I've just had something to eat, and and I'm ready and raring to paint. I am raring to paint actually. So I'm going to grab this green, a little bit of ultramarine blue, a bit of yellow ochre and sap green in there. Make a bluish green, kind of dark actually, maybe a bit darker, maybe a bit of brown in it, just to make it a bit darker. Red makes it even better. That's quite nice actually. So we'll get this painting started. It's a landscape that I've seen. It's an area that I used to walk my dog a lot actually, and I used to take loads of pictures all the time. I was taking pictures. I've got tons of pictures, but I didn't always paint them. I haven't always painted what I've seen, and I've started looking at them more, and I thought, oh, I like that. I like the scene. It's nice. A bit more yellow ochre in my colour, just a change there. Bit of blue. If you can see that, I know it's not very obvious, but there's a very slight change of colour there, because I'll throw in a bit more blue, or I'll throw in a bit more yellow, and it changes things, and that's a good thing. That's what I want. So the sky was quite dullish, greyish. There's some trees back here, so we'll put them in. So I'm going to put in this guy after. I'm just going to show you that you can do it the other way around if you want to. You don't have to put in the sky first. Sometimes it's easier not to. I've done quite a few paintings where I put the sky in almost last. And that's just the way some paintings are. Every painting is a different challenge, isn't it? So you have to consider it to be a different challenge, so you work out in your head the way you want to paint it. And the more paintings you do, the more you'll start coming up with your own way of doing your paintings. And a lot of these art books that you've bought, the how-to art books, you'll be throwing them away, going, oh, I don't like doing it the way they do it, I've got my own way. Or you might really like the book and keep it. I keep some of mine actually. I haven't thrown away all my how-to books. There's some that I really like still. Some of my old ones, like the Victorian ones, or the ones from the 60s as well. I really like those ones. I got one, I think it was like somewhat like Thoughts of a Master Painter or something like that. I really like that one. That's a good one to come back to now and then. Anyway, I'm going to pause for a minute and start putting in. Actually, I might start putting this in. So I want yellow ochre and brown. Yellow ochre and brown. A bit of red in it. I want my undergrowth put in. I want that to be darker actually. what I might do is throw in a bit of blue in it. A bit of red and blue. Put that in first. This dirty colour. Comes sort of down here like that. Some of this dark in there. I'm not too strict about putting this colour in because I don't want to block it in, because it isn't a full block of dark. There's different shades here and there, but some of this might show through, so don't mind putting some in. And then you can be more specific. You could start off not specific and then become more specific. That's just a fancy way of saying block in first and then do the details second. Being more specific. And roll that brush here and there, get some of this colour in. Bit more light. There's an area where I want a little bit more light, a little bit more of the green and the yellow and the white. Bit of light in there, bit more of this sort of light in the undergrowth. There's actually a load of fern and stuff here, but it would take forever for me to paint every bit of fern. So I'm just creating a mass of colour really, just to give it that overall effect of what it is. It's more of a impression of the scene, I would guess. If you were gonna categorize this way of painting, it's more of an impressionistic type thing. I say type thing because that's what it is. It's an impressionistic type thing. It's not exactly anything. It is what it is. So you can just use that little corner of your brush and tap it on, or you can roll your brush and stuff just to get these different colours. You get all kinds of greens and browns and stuff there in the forest, in the undergrowth, on the leaves. You get a lot of different colours, and I think that's the biggest challenge, isn't it? When you're painting forest scenes, it's very easy to get lost in the colours, all the different shades. And how do you get it? How do you capture all those colours? It's a challenge. That's the challenge. That's what you need to work out when you're painting away. Trying to work out the colours, work out what works. So I'm going to put in my background now. I'm going to use, for our sky, a little bit of blue and white. I haven't really cleaned my brush amazingly, so some of it's going to end up a little bit off blue, but that's alright because I don't want it to be a really strong colour anyway. And I don't really mind too much if some of this this green shows through as well. I mean this I mean the card colour, I didn't mean to say green. I meant the card colour. I don't mind if it shows through. It's a grey, so there's no problem, is there? Build that up. Something like that. Okay. So you might think that the paint's going on a lot like oils, and it's only because I've painted quite a lot with oils, so it might look a bit oil painterly. But I am using acrylics. It's just the way that I paint is come from that, so you do get a bit of that in there. It becomes like part of your style, I think. I don't really understand why when you I never knew about style really, and then I started learning the technical things of painting, and then all I read about was people trying to find their style. And I didn't really know what they meant. I still don't really. No, I know what they mean. They're looking for their unique way of painting or drawing, or maybe not even unique. Maybe they're looking to copy someone else's way. They're just looking for a way to make it look. But then you can change style anyway. You can make it look like a certain way. A lot of I find when you watch like programs and things, and you see like a cartoon, it has a certain look about it, a certain style of everything, the way the houses are created and the way the characters look and everything. It all has a certain look about it, a certain unified look, I guess. That's a way that I think a style is. It has sort of a look. Like this way of painting that I'm doing, it has sort of a impressionistic look about it. Anyway, let's just paint. Let's not think too much. It's dangerous. dangerous to think too much. Don't want to use too many brain cells. I've still got to finish this painting. I need to get some trees in here. So I've got a I've got a tree, a silver birch right there. So I might put that in. I've noticed that I've lost a bit of the freshness here. I really want a fresh green. So I might get a little bit of yellow out of my bag of tricks. See if there's any paint in this. Oh, there is. I've just grabbed a tiny bit of yellow. I'll show you in a second. Just a tiny bit of yellow there. A bit of cadmium yellow. I want that in my green. I really want that sort of fresh green yellow colour. So what I'm trying to do as well here, I'm trying not to put much water in it, because if you put too much water in your paint, when you put it on it'll sort of melt away and you'll lose what you put on, and that I don't want to do. I want to keep it. So if you put the paint on quite thick, you can keep your colour. So that should stay. It should stay, and it's nice and light in there. There's a bit there as well. I'll put that in there. There we go. That goes all the way up like that. So we've got that now, so that's nice. So now I want like a grey. Grey colour. You can see that. It's just brown, just a little bit of brown, burnt umber and ultramarine blue, like a grey. And we'll start putting in our trees, because there's one tree right here. What I like goes right there. Boop. Speaking of artwork, talking about different types of artwork, I really like the background painting in the old Disney films. I absolutely love it. I've always liked like Bambi art. The art in there, really good. I really like the landscapes and the woods that they created in that film. Amazes me, really. So putting in these trees, one there, there's some here as well. You can see the just need to thicken up the paint a little bit. Thicken it up a bit so it doesn't disappear on me. Just tap that one in. There's a trunk that goes whoop, like that. There's a couple behind there. There's one growing there, right in front of those. There's one that goes there. Like that. There's another one that sort of goes like this there. And then there's this. Got that one. There's one here as well. Okay, well we can sit back and look at that a bit. Now I can do get my liner brush and I can get some of that colour. I can put in a few other branches. There's a branch that kind of goes across like this. Whoop. There's more of a narrow one that goes down like that, and there's one that comes down like this. See a trunk there. I can you start seeing more and more the more you start looking. Now I want a slightly different size brush. This brush is alright. I quite like this one. I use this quite a lot. The Cotman 668 brush. So I want a lighter colour, slightly lighter than what's there. Probably a bit browner. Get that silver birch colour. And we'll try to anyway. Have to watch out we don't go too light though, that's the only thing. That's not too bad actually. Got one that goes here as well. Like that. This one could do some more light on it. This one back here could do more. See, I'm still holding my lights. I'm still holding them because I need to kind of hold them back a little bit because I don't want them to burst out too quick. Need to hold on to some light before it just goes onto one of the trees. And that sun suddenly shines out. Okay, that's not looking too bad. We're going to have to get some of these trees now. We've held off long enough. We need to blast some light on these trees so we can get some white and yellow. Titanium white and yellow ochre, and we can start seeing this light there, and one there, goes all the way up this tree. And some of it sort of hits this side as well on that tree. That's a bit there. That tree in the background has got quite a bit on it here. Get that light in there. There's a little bit on this bit there. There's a bit on this tree on this side. There's a bit of a tree here. I haven't put the dark in for some reason, but it's there. I'll put the dark in now. So if you're having a go at painting something like this, you can use this. You can go to the end of this and then take a screenshot and paint it. Or you can create your own. You can put trees where you want them to be. Whichever way you want to do it. Just put a little bit of blue on that one side there, blue and brown. I didn't really bother to mix it that well. It's just blue and brown. Just want to get a little bit more of something on this tree. Okay. You get these sort of marks on the tree like that. So I'm going into a bit more detail than normal because, you know, sometimes that's what you want to do. You want to go a bit more detailed, take it a bit further than another painting that you've done. Quite like that so far. So I need some light for some of these areas as well, where the sun is hitting some of the greens. So I'm going to get some my nice yellow ochre and sap green and cadmium yellow. You want the paint to be not very wet, remember, and quite thick, and then we can start putting some indications of things up down here where there's some light hitting it. That light is a different colour here and there, a little bit more yellowy, a bit more green. Break some there as well. Again, that bit there, it's sort of lost a bit. And then you can even have more of a duller green with a bit of yellow in. I can pull some of that. I might pull some of this across here actually as well. Some dark over the top of this. And this as well. Not to have a bit of dark under over that. Get that nice bluey brown colour there. Comes down there. Okay, so now getting a nice, well, quite a nice scene there now. The thing that I need to add is this. There's almost a sort of a path that kind of comes along here, but it's not that. It's not that clever. You can't completely see it, but it's there. So I want to indicate that as well. So these kind of strokes give you that oil painting feel, and hopefully I've demonstrated it well, and it's giving you a bit of a boost. Maybe you think, oh, I'm going to try this, but it seems to be the way I like painting, and I like the effect it has. But you want to try different ways and see what you like the best. And as I'm getting further on, I'm starting to think, I'm nearly there. Nearly there. So there's one area that's I need to sort, and there's like an area here which should be more green like that. And I think that is about done. That is about done. So what I might do is call this one using acrylics like oils, and because I think it looks like an oil painting to me. Let me know in the comments what you think. Does that look like an acrylic painting or an oil painting if you had a first glance at it? But anyway, I'm going to call this one finished. So thanks very much for watching this one. I hope it gave you some ideas, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.